This is Clevenue's scenario testing template. And what it helps you to do is to understand the impact of changes to your business and what that means for overall revenue. It does come with a few limitations in that it's a roll-up of an entire year. So things like month-on-month variance that could come by changes through growth or marketing performance, and team changes like people joining, leaving, or moving around or being promoted. You're going to have to find a way to model that separately. Or you could look at Clevenue, which will do all of that and so much more. To use this spreadsheet, there's a few different areas. For starters, any yellow box can be edited. It also carries a few different tabs. We're in the plan builder now, and then you've got different scenarios down at the bottom. It is limited to one single market, so we're going to treat this as a mid-market, and it's got an average deal size of $25,000, an MQL to SQL conversion rate of 50%, and an SQL to close one of 15%. These different stages can be edited down at the bottom. We then have different types of sales reps. We have inbound sales reps, and for inbound, they can handle 30 inbound leads a month, and they have a cost of $60,000. And that cost is made up of salary, bonus, and other costs. In here, we have 2 reps. For outbound sales, they are generating 12 SQLs per month, and they carry a cost of $75,000. And again, we've got 2 of those reps. Finally, we've got revenue closing reps and their quota. Their quota is a measure of how many opportunities they can handle. So 750,000 here. And that, because we've got 5 reps, gives a quota coverage of 3,750,000. And that equates to 150 deals annually from the 25,000. And based on the conversion rate, that means it's 1,000 leads that they can handle. And that's because we've got 5 reps. Then nearer the bottom, we've got monthly inbound leads from marketing. So these are MQLs, and a cost per MQL of $500. And then annual general costs for marketing of $25,000. And then other general costs of $25,000 for sales and other costs of $25,000. Once you've done all of this, you can then jump into a scenario. In this first scenario, I can see that the predicted revenue is 2.341. And I've got a couple of different changes in here. My rep quota attainment is 62%, and I will be landing 81 logos. My company revenue attainment, however, is at 52% because I'm 2 million short of my target. In here, I can write some notes about the scenario, and I can already see that I've made only a couple of changes in that my average deal size is higher by 15% and reduced my MQL to SQL conversion rate by 15%. If we reset all of these to 0, like all the other scenarios are by default, I can see where we would land regardless without any changes to the scenario. So I'm still going to miss. So if I can increase my average deal size by 25%, I can see that it has a positive impact. And if I can increase my conversion rates by 10%, I can close the gap to target. You can make any of the changes here, and it breaks down the overview of what needs to change. My predicted revenue is at the top with my rep quota attainment. My company revenue attainment is beneath it. And then I've got annual costs and an overall CAC based on the new logos. I can see with my annual capacity how many MQLs are being handled and how many SQLs are being generated. And I can also see from the quota capacity how many SQLs that means that my reps are able to handle. I then take that and I can look at the actual lead generation, and I can see that the sales reps, they get 330 leads from inbound, 288 from outbound, and that means that they get a total of 618. That means they have a deficit of 109, which is why they're at 84% or 85%. I can also see my inbound capacity in that they have a utilization of 91%. So let's increase these by 10%. That means there's now 55 a month coming into the business. I'm now at 100% utilization, and it also has a slightly more positive impact on attainment. It also tells me my needs in terms of headcount. So here I am slightly over, so I need more headcount. But if I increase this to 100%, I am overutilized in my inbound team and I need almost another headcount. I can see the same from my outbound capacity, and then I can see also from my sales reps. So my utilization for my sales reps, because of the volume of leads now, is 727. They are over by 30%. I have an excess of leads. So that means that I need another half a rep. You can play around with all of these, and you've got lots of different scenarios that you can build. Ultimately, this is what every business should be doing to pull apart their plan. But the reality is that even doing this, it doesn't really tell much of the story. And that's why we built Clevenue. So take a look at clevenue.io/platform to learn about how you could get so much more value from scenario testing your revenue plans. To get your copy of the spreadsheet, simply go to clevenue.io/tools. Here we have lots of different templates that cover sales capacity planning, sales commission planning, scenario analysis and testing, quarterly business reviews, sales pipeline forecasting, sales performance reviews, and prospecting activity calculators. You can download all of these for free simply by visiting clevenue.io/tools and visiting each page to get the template. To download the template, you just simply enter your email address and we'll send it straight through to your email. Pretty simple, right?